What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97 and welcome to Phoenix, Arizona for episode number 44 of my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. We are coming off of a action-packed WWE draft, but to kick off this edition of Main Event, the post-draft Main Event, we have the new Women's Champion, formerly known as the Empress of Tomorrow. Now you can just call her the Empress, Asuka. And Asuka, she is coming to the ring. She is issuing an open challenge to any woman on the roster. If there's anybody who wants to step up to take on the new Women's Champion, well, now's the time. Asuka has thrown down the gauntlet. Who is gonna answer the call? That's what we're gonna find out here in just a few short moments as Asuka removes the mask, and that is the face of your Women's Champion. Of course, Asuka defeated both Sasha Banks and Natalya in the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament to become the first ever Women's Champion of the new era. This is the Queen of the Ring, the Empress. But the question is, who is going to step up to challenge the Empress? Who is going to challenge the Queen of the Ring winner? You've got to be kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, answering Asuka's open challenge, it's all red everything Eva Marie. I don't know what to say, folks. You have to admire the guts. You have to admire the fighting spirit of Eva Marie here in this matchup. She's not intimidated. Eva Marie, she is making her way to the ring with, she's not afraid of Asuka. Just look at that face of confidence right there. Whether or not this is a smart decision on the part of Eva Marie doesn't matter. She is fully committed to it. Eva Marie, this doesn't look like a face of somebody who's afraid, like a face of somebody who doesn't think that she can beat Asuka. Can she defeat Asuka, though? That is ultimately the question. I don't know. From what we had seen from her previously, I don't know if Eva Marie is the one to beat Asuka, but you never know. You never know. While the Divas division was disbanded, perhaps Eva Marie took that opportunity. She has been training. She has been working with the former WWE superstar, the Brian Kendrick. She has been training, so perhaps those efforts will pay off in this matchup with Asuka tonight. Of course, the last time we saw Eva Marie, well, things didn't go too well for her, but tonight, we'll see who's gonna be the one seeing red tonight. Will it be Eva Marie or Asuka? Look at Eva Marie. Eva Marie, she's not afraid, going straight into the face of Asuka and just blowing her a kiss. And now look at Eva Marie. Eva Marie, the crowd doesn't seem too happy with this. They just want to see the match get started. But Eva Marie, she's got to play up to her fans. However many of them there are in attendance, I have no idea. But Eva Marie, oh, look at Asuka. Asuka's just telling her to bring it on. Asuka doesn't seem to be taking this very seriously. As Eva Marie, no wait, Asuka blocks the chop. Asuka, the kick to the leg. And now Asuka lighting her up with these vicious kicks to the chest. Oh, and that might have been a knockout kick right there. Asuka with the roundhouse straight to the temple. Hook of the leg on Eva Marie. 1, 2, 3. Asuka does it. Asuka with that flash knockout kick finishes off Eva Marie in quick fashion. What else were you to expect? Eva Marie, I think perhaps Eva Marie was caught a little off guard. I don't know if she really did her homework going into this matchup with Asuka tonight, because Asuka, a couple of kicks, one to the skull, and it was over. That was it. And I guess that just shows the dominance of the Women's Champion. And it is now main event time here on Main Event, as we await. Well, usually at this stage in the game, following the WWE draft, we have a bit of an inter-brand matchup between the superstars who were drafted. Tonight, we have Hideo Itami, who made the move from Monday Night Raw to Tuesday Night SmackDown. In fact, Hideo Itami managed to win a draft pick for SmackDown when he defeated his former tag team partner Finn Balor in singles action on the last episode. But tonight, Hideo Itami representing SmackDown. No draft pick is on the line, but what is on the line is the battle for brand supremacy. Who can get the bragging rights? As Hideo Itami makes his way to the ring representing SmackDown tonight, he's going to be taking on one of Raw's newest superstars who made the trip over from SmackDown. And that is, of course, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. This matchup's going to be physical. Hideo Itami possessing the Japanese strong style. And then you've got Sheamus, who... I mean, Sheamus, he is always in a fighting mood. And he's willing to throw hands with anybody who steps up to face him. As we await the Celtic Warrior, the former world champion's arrival. And there he is, the Great White, Sheamus, making his way to the ring. Hopefully, for the sake of these two men, I mean, well, if you look at the stories of these two men, Hideo Itami has tasted success coming off of his tag team championship run with Finn Balor, but ultimately being drafted to Tuesday Night SmackDown, and the same can be said for Sheamus going to Monday Night Raw. It's a new beginning for these two men. As for Hideo Itami, he can finally set sail on his singles career. And as for Sheamus, well, recently he has struggled on SmackDown. Ever since he lost his world title, Sheamus has really fallen to the wayside. But now, going to Monday Night Raw, Sheamus, if he can get a win over Hideo Itami tonight, create a bit more of a buzz for himself. I mean, we heard what he had to say after being drafted to Monday Night Raw, and Sheamus seemed like he was ready to go. He was just too excited to leave. He was, I mean, just staying on SmackDown had become too much of a burden for him at that point. Perhaps on Monday Night Raw, Sheamus could once again become a world champion. But as for Hideo Itami is really yet to prove himself. What can he do what can he do as a single star? I mean, his match with Finn Balor seemed to be pretty indicative of what the future holds for Hideo Itami. In fact, if you want to look at some of SmackDown's draft picks, I mean, SmackDown had some huge draft picks. I mean, you look at guys like Dean Ambrose, Rusev. I mean, SmackDown, that main event scene has been shaken to its core. If I'm Kevin Owens, I mean, you really got to keep an eye. If I'm Kevin Owens, I'm keeping an eye on all of these new superstars coming in. Because if Kevin Owens, if he thinks that the talent pool on SmackDown was, if he thought that the talent pool on SmackDown was weak before, well, now he's going to be in for a hell of a wake-up call with all of these new, I mean, just Hideo Itami, his impressive performance against Finn Balor should be a clear indicator as to the kind of threats that Kevin Owens has facing him, awaiting him over the next several months. I mean, you take a look at some of the draft picks who were brought over to SmackDown last year, guys like John Cena, Roman Reigns, and how big of an impact they, I mean, in their cases, it was a bit of a mixed bag. At first, you know, you have all this hype for the new superstars coming onto the new show, and then the question is, do they sink or swim from there? Because if you lose that hype, eventually you will. Once you lose that hype coming from the draft, then it's a question of, can you maintain relevance on that new show? Roman Reigns and John Cena, they struggled a bit in the later half of last year. Although John Cena, after getting a win over Roman Reigns, that has changed a bit for him. As Sheamus, you can see, just mocking the crowd here. Of course, Sheamus never, I mean, after losing the world title, Sheamus never really could gain the popularity back that he once had. I mean, he never really was one of SmackDown's brightest stars. Although when he was first on the scene, one could say that he really carried the brand as its world champion for the majority of the first year in Universe Mode. But then eventually, after he lost it, that was it. Sheamus just sort of faded to obscurity beyond that. tried a tag team run with Wade Barrett. That just didn't work out for him. As right now you can see Sheamus in control, just mocking Hideo Itami, egging on these people as he takes Hideo Itami down with the Irish Curse backbreaker, hook of the leg. 1, 2. No, a kick out by Itami at 2. A bit of frustration on the face of Sheamus there. But this man is a former tag team champion, Hideo Itami. Sheamus should not take him lightly as Hideo fires back. If it comes to a battle of strikes, I honestly don't know who to pick. But Hideo Itami, I've talked about his kicks, his devastating strikes before, and you see him on display right now. As a flurry of offense by Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami trying to rally the crowd. This crowd, well, we know that they hate Sheamus, but they support Hideo Itami, and that just gets amplified by the fact that he is going up against Sheamus. As Hideo Itami now waits for Sheamus to get to his feet. Itami looking to size him up for something here. Got him up, Falcon Arrow. Hideo Itami planting Sheamus with that one. And Itami scaling to the top rope. Hideo looking to go high risk. As he calls Sheamus to his feet, this crowd on there is Hideo Itami with a massive clothesline. A massive risk, but it paid off. Hook of the leg, 1, 2. Now a kick out by Sheamus at the last second. Now a bit of frustration by Hideo Itami. But he shouldn't really take Sheamus to be a slouch either. That is going to come back to cost him, but right now Hideo Itami laser focused, looking for the GTS. Sheamus able to elbow his way out of it. As Sheamus now tossing Itami into the corner. Oh, and a massive clothesline by Sheamus. After countering the GTS, it seems as though Sheamus has brought himself back in this matchup. Now it's Sheamus in the high rent district, looking for a battering ram shoulder block. And that just leveled Hideo Itami, as now Sheamus to the corner. Sheamus looking for the brogue kick. Watch out, Hideo, but he dodges it. Nimbly dodged by Hideo Itami. And now, look at this tiger suplex into the pin. 1, 2. No, Sheamus just able to kick out. But Hideo Itami's got him rocked. And Itami points to the heavens as he looks to channel his second win. A couple of clotheslines to Sheamus. Sheamus, he's off balance. And Itami sweeps out the leg. Vintage Hideo Itami as he is on the comeback. Hideo Itami fired up. The adrenaline is pumping. The momentum has swung completely into Hideo's favor. And Hideo, look out. Hesitation, drop kick in the corner. And now Itami. Hideo Itami could be looking for that running knee. Sheamus is in trouble. Sheamus doesn't know where he is. Here comes Itami, no! Sheamus able to dodge, and a brogue kick! A brogue kick to Sheamus, hook of the leg. 1, 2. No, a kick out by Hideo at 2.9, and Sheamus can't believe it. Hideo Itami somehow able to survive the brogue kick. Sheamus, what more can he do? As he dumps Hideo Itami to the outside, Sheamus is irate right now. This really is the opportunity of a lifetime for both men. A chance to make a strong first impression. And as for Hideo, a chance for him to keep the momentum rolling. As now Sheamus boots straight to the side of the skull after draping him across that barricade. If Sheamus ever wants to become a world champion again, he needs a victory in a matchup like this. Otherwise, I mean, it really is doubtful if Sheamus still can go at the main event level as he delivers another boot to the side of Hideo's skull. And as for Hideo Itami, this is the chance for him to prove that he can make it to the main event scene. As Sheamus now tossing Hideo into the ring. But the question ultimately is, well, who is going to be able to outlast the other? Who's going to blink first? Sheamus now applies the Texas Cloverleaf in the center of the ring. No rope break, no hopes for escape for Itami. The only way that he's going to be able to break out of this is of his own power, and that's just what Hideo does. Itami able to escape the Texas Cloverleaf. As now Itami tossing Sheamus into the corner. What's Itami looking for here? perched up on that top rope. Oh, and he hung him out off that top rope, hung him out to dry. And now Itami, springboard, elbows straight to the heart of Sheamus. Itami not going for the pin though. As Hideo Itami fires through with a couple of kicks. Itami looking to keep the pressure on, but Sheamus able to reverse it. And now Sheamus could be looking for the high cross powerbomb, but no, Hideo Itami able to counter. Itami is very much still alive in this matchup. Sheamus whipped off the ropes. Here comes Itami again and again. Hideo Itami heating up with these devastating, impactful strikes, kicks, and now another back kick. Sheamus crumbles. Hideo can barely stay on his feet, but Itami is not done by a long shot. Sheamus is in trouble. Sheamus on wobbly legs. The lights are on, but nobody's home. And Hideo Itami, GTS! Hook of the leg on Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. Hideo Itami. A massive victory over Sheamus here tonight. What a performance. Not just on Hideo Itami's part, but from Sheamus as well. But then again, that's just what we come to expect from Sheamus as a former world champion. As for Hideo Itami, well, this is even more proof that we could be looking at a future WWE champion in the making. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. And until the next episode and next exciting action-packed episode of Universe Mode, like I always say, keep on YouTubing.